Have you ever stood in the grocery store feeling completely frozen over something so simple as picking what box of cereal do I want to get? Or maybe you've agonized over a life decision, afraid of getting it wrong, even though nobody is telling you what to do anymore. If that sounds familiar, you are not alone. Today, we're talking about why making life decisions can feel impossible after leaving a high demand religion and how to start to trust yourself again. Hi, I'm Michaela, and I help people reclaim their lives after leaving high control environments so they can connect with who they really want to be. If you've ever struggled to make decisions after leaving a high control environment that dictated everything that you had to do, think, and be, I want you to know it's not your fault. And it does get easier. Let me break down why this happens and how you can start building confidence in your own decisions and choices. First of all, you were taught that your choices were not yours for years, maybe even your whole life. Your big decisions were made by somebody else for you. Heck, maybe even your medium and small decisions were made by somebody else too. The religion you were in gave you a framework for everything: what was right, what was wrong, what to believe, what to wear, what to listen to. When you leave that high demand religion, that framework disappears, which can leave you really confused and unsettled. Suddenly, every choice is actually up to you, but you were never taught how to make those choices. You were taught that you couldn't trust yourself. It's like being handed the keys to a car without ever being taught how to drive, and maybe without ever even observing how one works. No wonder it feels overwhelming. Second, you might struggle with fear of getting it wrong. High demand religions often use fear as a control mechanism: fear of sin, fear of failure, fear of eternal consequences. When you leave, the fear doesn't just vanish. It lingers in the background, making you second guess every choice. Even though you logically know that nothing is going to happen if you make the wrong decision, that fear still lingers in the background. The emotional conditioning is still there, and it's time to unlearn that fear of messing up. Number three, you might have a loss of external validation. Inside a high demand religion, obedience is rewarded. You are praised for making the right choices, staying within the rules, and conforming. That validation becomes a safety net, something that reminds you that you're on the right track. But when you leave, that external feedback is gone. No one is telling you anymore that you're making the right choice, and that can be terrifying. You have to learn to trust yourself instead of looking for approval from others. Four, we can experience analysis paralysis. When you finally can choose for yourself, it can feel like there's way too many options at once. You might overanalyze every decision, obsess over every possibility, and feel frozen because you don't want to make the wrong choice. But here's the truth: most decisions in life don't have just one right answer. Fear of making the perfect choice can stop you from making any choice at all. So, how do you start to trust yourself again? Or for the first time ever? Here are a few steps to help you build or rebuild your confidence in your decision making. Number one, start small. Practice making tiny, low stakes decisions daily: what to eat, what music to play, what to wear. Number two, recognize the fear. Notice where that fear is driving your decision and remind yourself that you are allowed to make mistakes. Number three, give yourself permission to change your mind. Decisions are not always permanent, and experimenting is how we learn. Number four, ask yourself, what feels the most true to me? Instead of looking for the right answers, look for what aligns with your values and your desires. What feels good? The good news, it gets easier. With time, practice, and self trust, you will learn to navigate life on your own terms. If this resonates with you, let me know in the comments. What decisions have felt hardest for you since leaving religion? And if you want more content on life after high demand religion, be sure to like and subscribe. You are definitely not alone in this.